Hi, Audrey. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, happy Monday. Have you received my message?
Oh, your message.
Yeah.
You gave me a model answer.
Yes, a sample answer.
Yes, yes, yes,
Mm, okay. How
yes.
was it?
How was it? Oh,
Yeah.
it was very helpful for me.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
but I have a suggestion about
Yes.
that.
Yes, please.
Um, Actually, the sentence is too long for me.
Ah.
Yeah, so is there any way to put it in a little the short sentences in the simple
ah.
yeah, the simple
Maybe
sentence?
simplify.
Yeah, simplify. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So I changed uh, the shorter
Mm.
shorter with your mother answer.
Mm.
Yeah, for
Okay.
example, um, the first sentence, I think pity does nothing, blah blah. How about
Mm.
how they feel depends on their personality. And next, self-confident disabled people are not affected by compassion,
Mm.
and they don't want sympathy.
They don't want sympathy.
Yeah. On the other hand, or disabled person with low self-esteem would only feel a lot weaker and more confident.
Ah, could you please say that sentence again?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Now,
Audrey.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
The furthermore, yeah, the same. The pity would only make things worse. For that, individual is a word for me. How about individual people?
Ah, people, yes, but however, Audrey, I think this is a speaking test, right? And I believe to use more words is
More,
better.
more,
A
more
variety of
better.
words. No,
You.
a variety of words.
Okay, you think
Variety,
the
right?
individual is the better word for
No, no, that's not what I
people.
mean. Uh, what I mean is, uh, you already use people in the sentence.
Mm.
So, in order to have variety, you say individual.
Okay,
Because if you
okay.
keep on saying people, 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 right?
Okay, okay,
It's
okay,
not
okay.
good. Mm-mm.
Okay, okay. Individual, okay. And the last, at the end of the day, disabled or not, we are all human beings. All of us, uh, all of us may fail, and all of us may succeed if we put all our heart into it. Put
Mm-mm.
all our heart into it. How about this sentence? Put
Remove all. Okay.
put our mind and heart.
Put
Okay.
our hearts into
Yeah.
it. It's
Our mind
okay.
and heart. How about to right into?
Into, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that is good. Okay, put our minds and heart into, yes.
Two is better.
I think both would function well. Okay,
Mm.
it's nothing significant. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think um, I think the how disabled individuals would feel when people pity them is the same as what we would feel. How about how we would feel? The same?
Hmm.
What? How?
Well, if we start with how, okay, I think how disabled individuals would feel
Yes.
when people pity them is the
What
same
we
way
feel.
as how we would. That is correct. That is correct. Mm.
Uh,
How we would feel. Mm.
how we would feel.
Mm, 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 mm,
How
mm.
is better.
Yes, yes, it is better. Good observation, Audrey.
Okay. The last sentence. If we not work, if we are in similar situation.
Ah, where? If
Uh,
we were in a similar situation, it is a conditional, okay?
if
It's
we
if,
were.
yeah, not
Ah.
are, okay?
Okay,
If
okay.
we were, it's a conditional, okay? So we need to use were.
How about number one sentence? How they feel depends on their personality,
Mm-mm.
right? Oh, your sentence is too long, so please, please give me. Yeah, is there any way to put in a little shorter answer?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well, if we say how they feel depends on their personality, that is a correct sentence. However, the thought is incomplete because the question is asking about how disabled people would feel when people pity them. Okay, it's in the question. So we need to address to what the question is asking. That's
Yeah,
why we added pity there,
yeah.
right? Mm-mm. Well,
Yeah.
if you say,
I
mm,
hope you. Uh, I hope you gave me another sample
uh-huh,
with a little shooter.
yeah, I'll do that
Yeah,
later, Audrey.
later.
I will edit this one and maybe perhaps
Mm.
simplify it a bit to make it a lot better. Okay. Mm-mm.
And the next suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
mm, in this class, I want study using the phrases and words in these paragraphs. For example, depend on, affect, influence, with low self-esteem, worse than, at the end of the day, put our minds, all our hurts, the same as. Yeah,
Hmm.
I need to
Ah,
practice the sentence using these phrases.
expressions.
Yes.
Ah, okay. We have a book in Mint that focuses on expressions that we could use. Do you mind if we use a certain textbook? Do you want to use a textbook?
You want to start it by myself.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Mint. We have
Yeah,
a textbook
I
in Mint.
know the
Mm.
site, and I can study by this by myself. But uh, yes, through yeah, yesterday I took an examination as much as my English ability.
Mm-mm.
As I thought, as I thought they came out, but I was so embarrassed
Mm-mm.
because um, my speaking speed and speaking the fluency it was short of it's very short of that. So
Mm-mm.
I need the practice my English in our class.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, in my thoughts, I know about the some of that, but I need the practice my order,
Mm-mm.
my order.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so depend on, um, or yeah, depend on. Please, the first you read sentence, uh, I can follow the sentence. The depend on affect with low self-esteem, blah blah blah. Oh,
Mm.
do you understand what I
Mm.
say?
Are you asking me to do something?
Depend on, um, depend on you, depend on what you. I'll try. Depend on you what you decide what depending on what you decide to buy. Uh, I can pay I can pay my credit card or cash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Example?
No, 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 no.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah,
I
Konglish.
don't understand.
That is Konglish. Yeah, the suppose I am in the department store.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my daughter want to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it can be expensive or affordable, or affordable price in the situation. In the situation, I can say like this, depending on what you decide to buy items. I can without I can pay by credit card or cash because I
Mm.
don't have enough uh, cash.
Mm. Wait, cash. Okay. Well, here, what you want to buy, okay, or how we're going to pay for the item depends on what item you want to buy. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I will type that down. Okay, uh, how,
Items.
uh,
Items.
how I'm going to pay for. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Uh, just please talk.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Here.
How I am going to pay for? Oh, very difficult. How I
Mm.
am going to pay for the item? No, not how I. My daughter. How she? How you? How you are going to pay for I?
So you're talking about your daughter.
Yeah, I'm talking with my daughter. Suppose. Yeah, suppose I'm in the department store. My daughter and I are go for shopping in
Mm-mm.
the department store. Suppose
Well, who's going to pay? Are you going to pay
I
or is she?
I
You are
will.
going to pay.
I
Okay,
will.
so I is correct, not your.
Ah,
Okay?
how I am going? I'm gonna pay for the item. Depends on what item you are going to buy. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. She's
Ah,
going to buy the item, but you
mm,
are going to
how
pay.
I am going to pay for item?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Please give me a shorter, shorter
So
example.
so you're
No?
choosing between either between paying you're choosing between paying via credit card or cash,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So that is how you're going to pay.
How?
Well, it
How?
depends.
How I'm going to pay for them depends on what item you are going to buy.
All
I don't
right.
have enough money, so
Mm-mm.
if you choose expensive items, uh, I have to.
I would have to
Yeah,
use my credit card.
I would pay for by credit card.
Okay, I would have to
I would have to pay by credit card.
pay using my credit card.
Mm, using. I would. How about this? I would have to use my credit card.
Yes, that is a lot better. That is a lot simpler.
I would have to use credit card, my credit
Yeah,
cards.
I would have to use
I
my
don't have
credit
enough
card.
cash. I don't have
Mm-mm.
enough money, or I don't
Mm.
have enough cash.
Mm-mm.
Right, right expression. I don't have
Yes.
enough cash.
Mm-mm.
So, how I am going to pay for them depends on what item you are going to buy.
Yes. Mm-mm. Mm.
Okay, good. Next, move on.
Okay.
Affect. I know affect. The meaning of affect and influence is somewhat different. Different.
Mm-mm.
Um, please give me. Okay, I'll try to. I try to make a sentence of fact. uh, when I was young, I was affected by my parents. But as I grew up, I I have been affected by my teacher at school.
Okay.
Affected.
There,
Uh-huh.
I think affect is not the proper term for that. Okay, when I was young, I was affected by my parents. When I grew up, I was
Influence.
affected by my teachers.
Uh,
That is not the suitable term. I think influenced
oh,
is,
influence is this proper word.
yes. When I was
Ah.
young, I was influenced by my parents. When I grew up, I was influenced by my teachers in school.
Yeah.
Okay, not affect.
After marriage, I was influenced by my husband.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not affect. Okay.
Not
Mm-mm.
affect.
Mm-mm.
Influence is
Mm-mm.
right. If so, fact. Okay, a fact. Mm, 아, 글러브, 글러브 지고 온나나, 글러브 워밍.
Mm-mm.
Global warming, global warming has been affected the by the pollution,
Mm-mm.
by the pollution, right? By the pollution, and
Well,
our fine mist, uh, our fine mist was influenced by the by 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 the wind from China,
mhm.
right? Affected.
uh,
No, yeah, affected.
well,
Well, okay, one more example. I'll try.
hmm.
Mm, our 환경 environment, our environment, our environment has been affected by air pollution, disposable usage,
Hmm.
etc.
That is correct.
That is
Our
correct.
environment, yeah, our environment has been affected by, yes, affected by pollution.
Mm.
That is correct. Hmm. Now, what are we trying to differentiate here? Affect and effect? Is that?
Ah, effects, effects, effects. Mm, the effect of technical development. It it is very convenient for us to live on a daily life.
Hmm. That is correct. You used effect in a proper way. Okay. Effect is a noun.
Effect is
Affect is a
noun.
verb.
Yeah, yeah. Effect
Hmm.
is noun. Okay.
Affect is a verb. So correct.
Mm. Mm.
Good job. Okay. Any more questions, Audrey?
How about move on? Next word.
Haha.
Yeah. With low self-esteem.
I'm sorry. Please say that again.
With low self-esteem, I try to make a sentence using these phrases. Um, when I was a kid, I acted I acted like a I acted like a person with a low self-esteem.
With low self-esteem.
Esteem,
Yeah.
esteem.
esteem, not esteem.
Ah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah. Esteem.
esteem.
My
Mm.
pronunciation is problem
Yes,
always.
yes. Don't
Esteem.
worry. We will correct your pronunciation
Yeah.
slowly. Okay.
Uh,
Don't. Mm,
Esteem. The proper word uh, for my sentence.
okay. When I was young, I acted like a person with low self-esteem. Uh, I think acting like a person with low self-esteem means different from being a person with low self-esteem. So if you say acted like a person with low self-esteem, you really don't have low self-esteem. You were just acting. Okay. So I think the
Acting,
proper,
not acting. Acting.
yeah. So the proper sentence there would be when I was young,
When I was young,
I had low self-esteem.
I had a low self-esteem.
Yes. Mm.
I
Okay.
had low self-esteem, but
Means you were not very confident when
yeah,
you were
but the
young.
situation changed a lot. Now I had high self-esteem.
I have. Now I have.
Now I have okay. Now I
Mm.
have. Uh, Now I have a high self-esteem thanks to
Yes.
education.
Yeah. Of course. Education boosts our self-esteem. So
Education goose
boosts.
boost. Ah, education boost. Thanks to education boost.
Education boosts our self-esteem.
Uh, yeah, please make a full sentence. Thanks to.
No, you
Oh, no,
don't
no.
have to say thanks. This
Ah,
is a statement.
ah.
Education boosts our
Education.
self-esteem.
Education. My education, no. Education boosts our self-esteem.
Oh, yes.
Education uh, going up, goes up our
It,
self-esteem.
it increases.
Increases. Increases.
Okay, if you were to pertain to yourself, if you were to talk about
Boost.
yourself,
Boost is
you,
better.
yeah, you can say, wait, let me write a sentence here. Okay. Thanks to education, if we are going to say that, thanks to education, uh, my my self-esteem has been boosted.
Mm, yeah.
Okay.
I'd like, I'd like to make one more sentence.
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, using with low self-esteem. I don't know this word whether it is correct or not. Blue, blue. Uh,
How do you spell that?
blue, blue.
Blue.
Patient,
Mm.
patient. There is a kind of patient, patient. The doctor said uh, the patient of blue usually have have a low self-esteem.
Hmm. Okay. Blue.
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 Yes.
Is it not flu? FLU?
SLU.
Uh-huh. Wait, let me.
Blue.
What do you mean when you say blue?
The person who is suffering from mm, suffering from have a suicide,
Ah,
not flu,
okay.
blue.
Mm-mm. Well, here, when we say blue,
Yes, yes.
okay, that is usually a color. Okay, now
Ah,
If
The,
if
yeah.
you feel blue, if you feel blue,
Mm.
you feel depressed.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
depressed.
Mhm.
We
So
say, yeah, yeah.
you don't say that the people who are blue or the patients who are blue have low self-esteem. The patients who feel blue, okay,
Mm,
usually has lower self-esteem.
우울증.
Because if you say the
Depression. Depression. Yeah, not blue. Depression.
okay, the people who have
People
depression,
who has depression
mm,
usually have a low self-esteem.
yes,
That
right,
is your first problem, I know.
mm, mm.
So,
People who are
yeah,
suffering depression.
yes. So, the doctor encourage those patients to boost their self-esteem. Yeah,
Of course, yes,
yeah, first. For example, the persuade, them to have a positive mind.
to think positively, to be
Yeah,
optimistic.
yeah, to be optimist, to have a pride,
Mm,
etc.
correct.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
good.
blue, depression.
Not blue.
Yes, yeah.
When you said blue patients, I was thinking about a blue person. So it's not quite the proper term for that. Okay, I was thinking about a person whose color is blue. Anyway, Audrey, I think it's already time. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so thank you very much for the class. I hope you learned something. Well, later I would simplify the sample response that I gave you, and I'll send it to you again later. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.